You learn to read the room before you read the assignment. Second period, the classroom smells like dry erase marker and old textbooks. The blinds are half down, and the sunlight makes dusty stripes across the floor. You sit where the corner meets the wall, not because you love corners, but because it is where people forget you. The teacher calls for partners. Your name passes through the air like it is not attached to a body. Someone else answers quickly. Someone else gets picked for the group demo. You pretend to shuffle your notebook, like you're busy, like you do not feel the micro sting of being overlooked. You tell yourself it is fine. You even believe it for a minute. Then, lunchtime hits, loud and bright. Cafeteria trays clatter. You can hear the rhythm of other people's laughter, effortless and familiar. You walk in with your paper bag, your sleeves a little too short because your uniform shirt shrank in the wash. You scan the tables, not for food, but for a place where your presence will not feel like an interruption. A few friends you have known for years look up, then look away. Not rude, not dramatic, just absent, like you are a background poster. When you sit, you keep your shoulders still, so nobody feels like they have to move. You open your bag and pretend the quiet is your choice. At home, you rehearse different versions of yourself. In one version, you speak up and nobody laughs. In another, you are brave enough to correct someone when they get facts wrong. In the one you hate, you stay silent again, and you wonder how long you can carry a personality like a secret. You start noticing the details other people miss, the way your hand tightens around a pencil when a confident student walks by, the way your throat goes dry when someone says, "You're smart, but you never show it." Smart, but never show it. Like it is your job to earn belief by performing for them. You are not invisible all the time. You have moments. A teacher returns an essay with red notes, but the grade is higher than you expected. You feel heat rise behind your eyes, quick and bright. Then you swallow it because you know how joy can turn into disappointment when you share it. You practice in small ways. You stay 10 minutes after class, not to be noticed, just to be accurate. You rewrite your notes until your handwriting looks calmer. You put on headphones and study the same chapter twice, once for understanding, and once for the feeling that you can stand on your own legs. In art club, you bring materials you saved for: cheap paper, a battered brush, a tiny jar of watercolor that smells faintly sweet. The room is full of people who talk with paint-stained certainty. They ask what you're making. You say, "A study." They nod like they know what that means. But you mean it. You mean you are studying how to be seen without begging. You mean you're studying shadow because you have spent too long living in it. Then there is the day that changes your math class. The school has a short competition. Everyone gets a sheet, a timer, and a chalkboard problem that is supposed to be simple. The kind of thing you could solve if you were the person teachers naturally call on. The teacher reads the instructions. Students stand up like they are already winners. You keep your pen on the page, waiting for the right moment, but the right moment never arrives. They start calling answers out loud. A kid with loud confidence solves it in one breath. Another writes their steps faster than you can blink. You look down at your own paper and feel the familiar weight. Your thoughts go quiet, like your brain is trying to protect you from another failed try. Then you realize something small and strange. You are not thinking about being wrong. You are thinking about the pattern. So you follow the pattern the way you always do when nobody is watching. You focus on the symbols. You move slow enough to be accurate. You write steps you would normally hide. The timer ends. Hands lift. Laughter breaks like sunlight. The teacher scans the board, then glances at your desk. Not the whole desk, just your page. You can almost feel time pause. Your pencil is still in your fingers. Your heart is loud. The teacher says your final answer, then pauses. "Wait, how did you get that?" You look at your own handwriting like it belongs to someone else. Nobody claps, not yet. But your throat relaxes for the first time in months. In the hallway afterward, you hear whispers. Not about your outfit or your voice, but about your method. A student you barely talk to corners you by the lockers. They say, "I thought you were just quiet," like quiet equals not trying. You want to say it hurts. You want to explain the nights, the rewrites, the quiet resilience you built in your head like a shelter. Instead, you shrug gently. You say, "I was trying the whole time." That line feels like a door clicking open. After that, the loneliness does not disappear like a magic trick. It changes shape. People still misread you. They still underestimate you in group projects, in seating charts, in the way they assume your silence is emptiness. But you stop translating yourself into their language. You start translating your work into theirs. You join the robotics club even though you are not the type they expect. The first time you hold a screwdriver, your hands shake. The others move fast. Their confidence is loud. Your focus is quiet, careful, almost reverent. When something breaks, they blame the part. You listen to the sound. You adjust the angle. You check the wiring twice. You document every change. You become the person who can fix what is not supposed to be fixable. On competition day, the team is tense. Everyone wants credit. Everyone wants to be seen. You sit on the floor with your toolbox and breathe through your nerves. You tell yourself, you do not need them to believe in you before you act. You already know what you are capable of. Your robot rolls forward, and the camera lights flicker like a heartbeat. The crowd is bigger than you imagined. The principal's voice echoes across the gym. When your team stumbles, you do not freeze. You move. You guide hands to the right place. You point without rushing. Your internal calm becomes external certainty. The moment it works, you feel it in your chest, like warmth spreading under your ribs. Later, when the results come in, people cheer for the loudest team. Yours ranks lower. You watch the scoreboard like it might judge your worth. Then the unexpected part happens. A judge approaches you, not your teammates. They ask about your documentation, the way you tracked failures and corrections. They mention a scholarship opportunity for students who build with proof, not hype. They say your method stood out, not your personality, not your popularity, your method. You realize something that gives you chills. The world never stopped seeing you. It just saw you late and in the wrong category. You were never trying to become someone else. You were trying to become undeniable to the version of you that doubted. On the walk home, the air is cool. Your backpack feels lighter, not because your problems vanished, but because you carry a new truth. You no longer define yourself by who looked at you first. You define yourself by what you built in the quiet. And the next time a partner choice comes, the next time a room forgets you, you do not scramble to earn a seat. You sit down with your pen, you do your work, and you let your results speak. Because you know now, the contrast is not a curse. It is your evidence.